welcome to your Sandeman New Europe tour. My name is Allison and I'm from California, but actually I live here in Paris. I've been here for about 2 years and I am so excited to have you here with me today on this tour so that I can share this incredible magical city with you. So just so you know, I fell in love with a French man and he wanted to come home. So I said, well, what's a girl to do when a man says, let's move to Paris? She goes with him. That's what she does, and that's what I'm doing. So besides doing tours, on my spare time, I'm a writer. So I'm living that artist dream of coming here and writing that great novel and painting and drinking coffee and just seeing museums. And I'm going to share a lot of the wonderful things that I've learned with you while you're here with me today. So be sure to ask me about questions. I have explored this city like you would not believe. So you're looking for wine, you're looking for food, you're looking for the offbeat museums that people don't always go to. I have visited so many places. There are so many secrets that I have to share with you. And the best thing is that it is free, okay? So we're gonna talk a little bit about that more later, but just so you know, this tour is free, but we're in the middle of the Latin Quarter right now, and we're not gonna get even a glimpse of even a portion of the Latin Quarter today. But this is also the same location if you wanna come back later and take one of our Latin Quarter tours. Now, it's available to sign up at the end of the tour when we go to one of the cafes. Think it over, no commitment needed, but let me tell you a little bit about the Latin Quarter. So the Latin Quarter got its name Latin Quarter because this is very close to the Sorbonne, and the Sorbonne is one of the 3 universities that was really founded in Europe. It is the oldest school in France, and the common language that was taught in all of the classes was Latin, because it was the only way that they could get the Germans to understand the Italians, to understand the French. They all were united by this Latin terminology. So where we are right now is kind of the center of the Latin Quarter because this is the fountain of St Michel, St Michel. This was built, it was commissioned by Napoleon, and it was built by or overseen by Haussmann that collected a lot of different artists that had them come and contribute to the building of this fountain. Now this fountain is a little bit different than other fountains because you can't walk around it, it's up against a building. So that gave it kind of a bad start. Now the French people are really interesting because they hate things, they love it, and then they hate it. Or vice versa, they love it, they hate it, they love it. Well anyway, they hated the fountain. They hated it because, first of all, it's up against a wall, they can't walk around it. Second of all, it was considered kind of ostentatious because of the colors. I know you can't really tell, but there's actually 4 different types of marbles that are used on this fountain, and they're resourced from different areas in France. So there is yellow, green, red, and blue. A little bit of time, a little bit of oxidation. The colors have kind of toned down. It's not as bright as it used to be, but it was not so popular. Originally, because Napoleon had commissioned it, he was going to be in the middle. But then things kind of changed for Napoleon, and he kind of wasn't around for the finish of it. And they went ahead and put St. Michael, who is the patron saint of sending the devil on into hell. So you can see that he's pushing them down. Because this fountain is in the middle of a college area, there are a number of times during the year when St. Michael gets dressed up in team colors to represent whoever it is going to be playing in the next cup. So don't be surprised if you come by here and see funny things being done to the statue. It's kind of cute. So beside that, this area is also very popular for bookstores. And even if you are speaking another language other than French, there is a store here that has a book for you. That's not a problem. Other things in the Latin Quarter that you're going to want to see later is the Shakespeare and Company bookstore that was popular with James Joyce, Hemingway, Fitzgerald, Kerouac, and more. There's also the Sorbonne. There is, the Rue de la Chatte qui Pêche, the oldest street that's in Paris. Lots of good food and excitement. This is a really fun area. We're going to have a really great day today, and let's get started with the tour.